Now, a lot of people have actually been joking about Angelina. Others are putting her at the top of their best dressed list. I'm concerned. Now, joking about Angelina to me is like joking about Anna Nicole and joking about Whitney Houston. I know what people are thinking. They think, well, what right do you have to comment about this woman that you don't know, you've never met, never treated? And absolutely that is correct. But I must tell you that now I am left with guilt for having watched Whitney Houston die and not spoken up more loudly, more vociferously. Watched Anna Nicole die, not spoken up. I blame us. I blame all of us that are viewers that sit by and watch this as people get sick right in front of our eyes. And I'm seeing something here now that really concerns me, and it needs to be addressed. I'm only concerned. And these are, everyone loves these people. They are, listen, they're important people, and by all judgments, people that we should admire. But we also, if we see them in harm's way, should be concerned. Again, to address people that say, how do I have a right to do this? If Ryan Seacrest was on the red carpet yesterday saying, you know, I've got a sore throat and a runny nose, and, you know, I've been a little achy for a couple days, I could say it's a viral upper respiratory infection. It's no different for a physician when you see these other signs of trouble. You can sort of wonder, worry. And again, I don't think we should sit by and watch this. I'm joined now by actress Tracy Gold, who herself had an issue with anorexia, now in recovery from that. Jen Hager from Radar Online, and Showbiz Tonight correspondent Corrine Winter. Now, I'm going to talk to you guys in just a second, but first I want to look at some of Angelina's history here. Again, this is how we understand what's going on in the present. Look at the history. Angelina spoke to CBS's 60 Minutes last year about how problematic her past was. Now, watch this.
I went through heavy, darker times, and I survived them. I didn't die young, so I'm very lucky. There are other artists and people that didn't survive certain things. I think people can imagine that I did the most dangerous and I did the worst, and for many reasons I shouldn't be here.
Okay, now those are hints of severe psychiatric pathology, enough to be life-threatening. I've got an article here from Us Weekly, come up my pad, says why Angelina is starving herself. Now, it's unnamed sources saying that she is starving herself because if kids in Africa don't eat, she's not going to eat, and that Brad is having to have doctors and nutritionists follow her around because she's getting so dangerously malnourished, which is what my eye tells me she is. In 2002, Angelina's dad, John Voight, begged the star to seek psychiatric help. He told Access Hollywood, quote, once in New York when I tried to get her help, she said, you can't help me, you can't help my pain. I remember him appealing to people to please reach out and help his daughter. That was that issue. Then we have the bizarre behavior on the red carpet where she was kissing her brother. Let's see a picture of that. She also was wearing a vial of blood around her neck when she was dating Billy Bob Thornton. And again, she admits that she was in trouble during that time, and I am not bringing this up to shame this poor woman or to make this unpleasant for her, except for all of us as viewers to share in our concern. I want you to take one more look now at Angelina when she was on Anderson Cooper's show last month. And this is, by the way, she was under a lot of stress. She had just directed a movie. She was, you know, going out and trying to promote the movie. And she looks thin, but you know, not as concerning as she did if you look at her last night at the Oscars. Let's take a look at that. When you see that she has temporal muscle wasting, which is a hallmark sign of malnutrition. She has a concavity where she's putting her hair there. There should be actual muscle there. You can see it's in the muscular wasting in the limbs. I mean, that really concerns me. Tracy, I'm going to go to you. Are you concerned like I am? I'm only raising this because I don't want to see another celebrity go down and sit by and let that happen.
Well, you know, obviously last night when we watched it, everybody was like, oh my God, she looks so thin. And the arms were the thing that like just stood out to us. You know, I always am very careful about speculating too much of what's going on with a celebrity or labeling them anorexic because I don't know. But I do know that when I saw her, she did look alarmingly thin.
Malnourished.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you see, again, the hallmark being the face. When you see muscular wasting on some of these facials, you see how my face is kind of round, but when you see muscular wasting around the face, that is a hallmark sign of nutritional deficiency.
And when you see somebody that thin, you do in your head go, what's going on? Something's wrong. It's a red flag that something, whatever it is.
Well, Corrine, you were there.
I was there, and call me crazy. This is mind-boggling to me that we're even having this discussion. I've interviewed Angelina Jolie a couple times this year, and not to say that, look, this is the industry that we cover, where it's in to be thin, and the thinner you are, the more beautiful you are. But I did not see anything at all out of the ordinary last night. When I interviewed her on the SAG carpet, the Screen Actors Guild Awards recently, right there with Brad Pitt, I thought, okay, she's a thin girl. But nothing out of the ordinary. I think we're actually blowing this out of proportion. And I'm seeing your look here. This is not a woman who's malnourished. This is not a woman who is starving herself to death. Are you looking?
You're what's wrong with society. That's the truth. Let's just put it out there.
And you know what? I know you've had your issues of eating disorders. I'm putting it out there now. In college, I actually had an eating disorder. So don't come on this set thinking that you are holier than thou, okay? This is why I'm so passionate about this, because people mislabel people all the time. I became bulimic because of the people around me who said, you know what, you're too chubby. I starved myself and almost died, and this is the first time I'm sharing this because of your inflammatory statement. So I think you need to simmer down a little bit.
I didn't say anything inflammatory. Oh my God!
You are passing judgment
I'm
on
not
people.
passing any judgment.
You absolutely
I am not passing judgment.
In a rude way.
It's an opinion.
In a rude way. You have no idea who I am. You have no idea about my past. You have a book, and people know about you. So we are on here to...
I'm not here to be attacked by you, so you can settle down.
I am not attacking you.
Actually, I'm not here to be attacked.
Let's all slow down.
And you need to calm down.
I see malnutrition when I look at Angelina. Whether or not, I don't know that it's from an eating disorder. I don't know that it's from a depression. I don't know it's because she's making a statement for starving kids in Africa. But I see malnutrition. Jen Hager, what do you think?
Clearly. I mean, this...
Watch out. She's going to yell at you.
I'm ready. I can handle it. Clearly, there's something going on with Angelina Jolie. You know, we were talking in hair and makeup. You look at Angelina Jolie when she shot Tomb Raider. Very physically fit, athletic. You look at her last night, her arms are, you're absolutely correct, frail. She's got a concave right here. Something clearly is going on with her. Is it anorexia? Is there another psychiatric condition
or stress?
Well, but here's the deal. But here's my thing. But you guys, for somebody to say, I was through the darkest of psychiatric conditions, and I've heard of cutting, I've heard of substances, I've heard all these things that are all signs of chronic problem. I don't see evidence of somebody that's had really ongoing treatment necessarily, but we don't know, of course. But if she has it, or maybe she had it, maybe she stopped, maybe she's having a recurrence. I mean, these tend to be recurrent problems.
They are recurrent problems. Sources connected to the couple and Angelina Jolie directly have told me that she's not currently seeing any medical doctor or psychiatric professional.
Are they trying to get her to help?
That have been unable to confirm. But sources, there have been reports that Brad is very concerned with her health. I mean, she is literally disappearing before us. And I think for you to say, you know, that she's looked normal during the award season this year, well, let's look at her last year. Let's look at her the year before. Clearly, I think she is crying out for help.
Jen, this is an actress, and I'm not cutting you off, but this is an actress who's one of the most hardworking women in the business. She's definitely in demand. She has 6 children. And Angelina Jolie, she has a lot. May I finish my sentence? She is a woman who is in such high demand, but she said numerous times in interviews, you know, I have 6 children, and when I go home, that work doesn't end. Of course, she has nannies, but are we thinking about the fact that maybe she's just a little overworked, maybe she's just being mommy at home, traveling
but even
as
then,
well?
But the statement you made that she's perfect, right? She absolutely looks great. So here you're contradicting yourself.
I don't think she looks anorexic.
I didn't say she looked anorexic. I didn't call her anorexic.
I don't think that she has an issue. I think that this is reflective of what we see in Hollywood.